Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Jaspreet Kaur and today we will study the module Genetics and Environment from the paper Human Population Genetics. Let us look at the learning objectives of this module. After completion of this module, you would able to understand the interaction of genetics and environment, to know how genes influence through environment, understand the effect caused by heredity and environment, and see the history of debates bringing up by different authors about the nature and nurture. Now, the study of genes that they are and how they work is known as genetics. The living organism which inside the cell to control how living organism inherit features from their ancestors is gene. For example, children look like their parents because they inherit the genes from their parents. Genetics explain how the features of parents pass to their children and from there on to the next generation. In genetics, the features of a living thing is known as trait. Some traits of an organism's morphology are its form and structure, for example, the eye color, height, and weight. Other sorts of traits are not easily seen, like the blood types or resistance to diseases. It is a complicated way our genes and environment interact to produce different traits. In one example, the general design of a tiger's stripes are inherited, whereas the actual stripe pattern of an individual tiger is influenced by environmental factors from where they live. Genes are made up DNA which copied and inherited across the generations to the next generation. The DNA which are present in our body are made up of nucleotide, simple units that line up in a particular order within a molecule, and it carries genetic information like how the order of a letter on a page of text carries information. It has a known knowledge, its own language, which is known as genetic code that allows the genetic machinery to read the information in the genes in triplet sets of codons. A gene cannot give same exact information between the one organism and the other, and also different copies of a gene do not always give exactly the same instructions. The uniqueness of each form of a single gene is known as allele. Say, for example, one allele for our gene for hair color could instruct the body to produce a lot of pigment, producing black hair, while a different allele of the same gene might give garbled instructions that fail to produce any pigment, thus giving the appearance of white hair. Mutations are in random changes in genes and can produce new alleles. Mutations thus produce new traits, such as when mutations of an allele takes place for black hair, they start producing new allele for the white hair. This appearance of a new trait in an organism is important in the study of evolution. Genetics and environmental effects on quantitative traits. We found that characteristics of an organism of living thing are determined by his or her genetic endowment, that is, gene received from the earlier generations. Thus, a person born with a fixed genetic endowment, but its phenotypic expression depends on the environment in which they grow. Genes cannot work in vacuum, nor can the environment shape an organism without genes. So, they have a unique combination of genes functioning in single environment. Thus, the interaction of heredity and environment is significant in shaping the expression of a phenotype showing in the individual. It is referred to as the nature versus nurture interaction between heredity and environment, which in final analysis are the determinants of the biological character of the individual, and both are equally important. For example, in case of blood groups, the differences between individuals are genetic origin. Each such trait requires an environment before they develop. Similarly, when differences are entirely environmental in origin, underlying genetic basis concerned on character. The RBC count of individual can also depend on the environment in which they live. Likewise, the heredity determines the capacity of individual to vary the concentration of RBCs by atmospheric oxygen tension. So the differences of individual may have both genetic as well as environmental factor. Some of the important effects are nutritional state and other climatic factors. Uneasy environment can produce effects like abnormal genes. The most important is similarity in effect of polygenic determination and normal environmental variation. It depends not only on environment variation but also on genotype interaction. Twin studies is the best assessed for the example of relative interaction between heredity and environment. It plays a major role in the history of human genetics. Most of the conclusion in human behavioral genetics is based on twin study data. Gene and environment interactions. Identical twins find similar friends. Identical twins treated more similarly or differently than the fraternal twins. It is not nature versus nurture, but the interaction of nature and nurture that drives development. The environmental risk that generate and interact with genes to predict vulnerability and resilience. Measured gene environment interactions and mechanisms promoting resilient development. Genetics and environment. As we see that genetic predisposition and environmental influences affect the differential mRNA splicing and altered gene expression, and these two, the differential mRNA splicing and altered gene expression, they further affect the altered brain patterning, further affecting the synaptic dysfunction, leading to impaired connectivity. Now, this impaired connectivity, it induces certain immune reactions which result in altered gene expression again. Environmental influences on gene activity. The antenatal depression in pregnant women due to higher methylation. Suicide victims have more methyl groups in glucocorticoid receptor genes. Higher methylation, increased susceptibility to stress in gene expression in older twins is associated with greater in methylation. Changes in the environment that impact survival of individual and species. UV light exposure. Exposure to radiation such as uranium mining, atomic bombs, medical work with radiation. Human activity that involves chemicals released into soil, air, and water. Legal and illegal drugs. Availability of resources such as food, clean water, space, and shelter. Climatic changes. Human activity leading to habitat destruction and pollution. Natural disasters like floods and volcanoes, and parasites, bacteria, and viruses. Genetic and environmental influences on human behavior. It is difficult to determine whether genetics or the environment has a stronger influence on behavior, and it is largely believed that human behavior is an intricate result of both. Say, for example, a preference for a particular food could be genetically based. It could be because you ate it growing up, or it could be a combination of both. In most cases, behavior is the result of a dynamic interplay between nature and nurture. Studies on identical twins are often used to determine what can be attributed to genetic influences and what can be attributed to environmental influences. Identical twins share the same genotype, meaning that their genetic makeup is the same. Researchers have discovered, however, that the phenotype, which is the observable expression of a gene, for identical twins grows apart as they age. Our genes influence how we respond to our environment, and at the same time, the expression of our genes are changed by the environment around us. Therefore, the relationship between genetic and environmental influence cannot be easily separated. Human behavior hunts to identify and characterize in both the genetic and the environment resources for individual differences in human behavior. This topic has not been reviewed in series since the past 25 years. We have taken a broader perspective that might be customary, electing to consider the behavioral genetic research although it emphasizes on research published in the past 5 years. Genetic and environmental influence on human behavior. One of the longest and at times most contentious debates in Western intellectual history concerns the relative influence of genetic and environmental factors on human behavioral differences, the so-called nature-nurture debate. Remarkably, the past generation of behavioral genetic research has led many to conclude that it may now be the time to retire this debate in favor of a perspective that more strongly emphasizes the joint influence of genes and the environment. Nonetheless, the controversy surrounding the recent publications of shows that the proposition that genetic factors influence fundamental aspect of our human nature continues to inflame passion. Human behavioral genetics seeks to identify and characterize both the genetic and environmental sources of individual differences in human behavior. The genetic and environment interaction. Genes can influence traits which affect responses, and environment can affect the gene activity. A genetic predisposition that makes a child restless and hyperactive evokes as an angry response from its parents. A stressful environment can trigger genes to manufacture neurotransmitters, leading to depression. The nature of genetic influences. There are more two ways which nature of genetic influence. The first is the cognitive abilities. It is more focused on behavioral genetic perspective and psychological trait. And some of the examples include the psychopathology, which studies the behavioral disorder in twin and adoption. Schizophrenia, which is the linkage to identify several chromosomal regions as candidates for containing a schizophrenia susceptibility locus. Manic depression. It studies the depressive illness in linked 14 different chromosomal regions, but none of which can be confirmed till now. Alcoholism. It studies to identify single genes contributing to risk of alcoholism have used the association method. It involved in the metabolism of alcohol, aldehyde dehydrogenase and alcohol dehydrogenase. Approximately 50% of the individuals of East Asian ancestry inherit inactivity of mitochondrial form of ALDH. Personality and interest. It utilized most widely schemed for characterizing personality traits is the Big Five: extraversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness. Now let us study the effects of heredity and environment on our personality. Every individual have a different from other in various ways, either in physical or psychological. Even the twins are no exception to this. They are different in some aspects or the other. If we look at the people from psychological point of view, these differences are quite obvious. Even the children born from one parent differ from the other. They will have some similarities with some forefathers or grandparents instead of their parents. The basic effects of personality development are heredity and environment. Let's discuss these one by one. First, the heredity. In heredity, it refers to the genetic inheritance received by every individual at the time of conception. The origin of human life can be traced to a single cell called zygote formed by the union of sperm and ovum. The sperm and ovum, as we all know, contain 23 pairs of chromosomes, out of which one will be the sex-determining chromosome. Females have 23 pairs of autosomes and one pair of sex chromosomes, which is the XX, and the males have XY. Fathers lead to male offsprings. XX from both the parents give rise to female. Each chromosome has innumerable genes, and these genes are the real determinants of hereditary characteristics. At the time of conception, the genes from chromosomes of both the father and the mother fuse together and determine the traits of the offsprings to produce a new one. The physical characteristics are changes due to the change in genes transmitted. Fraternal twins are different from each other because they are born out of different genes. However, we can find more resemblances in identical twins because they are born out of monozygotic. The next is the environment. The word environment is restricted to environment within a mother's womb and just born, as well as the environment around the individual. Environment also plays a very important role in determining the behavior and personality development of an individual. The environmental influences are then which act upon the organism at the earlier stages of development before and after birth. In environment, it includes the extrinsic forces, influences and conditions which affect the life, nature, behavior, the growth, development and maturation of living organism. For example, we can say that the zygote is surrounded by a jelly-like substance known as the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is an intracellular environment which influences the development. Life begins with a single cell formed and a new internal environment comes into existence. Fetus develops the endocrine glands, which gives rise to another intracellular environment. Hormones are necessary for the normal development, but defects in hormone secretion, over or under secretion, may lead to congenital deformities. Nature and nurture influence on human development. In terms of nature and nurture, it is related to the relative importance of an individual's innate qualities as compared to an individual's personal experiences, which causes differences in individuals, especially in the traits of behavior. The assonant express on nature and nurture in English has been used since the time of Queen Elizabeth and goes back to the medieval French. There are two combination concepts of nature and nurture which influence the complementary is from the ancient times. The phrase given in modern sense by English victorious polymath Francis Galton discusses the influence of heredity and environment on social advancement, and Galton was influenced by the book called On the Origin of Species written by half-cousin Charles Darwin. It views that humans acquire all or almost all of their behavioral traits from nurture, was termed tabula rasa, meaning blank slate, by John Locke in 1960. A blank slate view in human development psychology assumed that human behavioral traits develop exclusively from environmental influence, which was widely held during the 20th century. Both nature and nurture factors were found to be contributed substantially, often in an inexplicable manner. Such views were seen as naive or outdated by most scholars of human development by the 2000s. In their survey in 2014, scientists find out some of the written dichotomy of nature versus nurture. In the fields of research, the scientists find out close feedback loops on nature and nurture influence one another constantly and in other fields, but till now it is unclear about the dividing line between an inherited and an acquired trait. Let's look into the information of the debate in genetic and environment. John Locke, he concerned about humans by often cited as the foundational document of blank slate view. Locke was criticizing René Descartes by claiming an innate idea of God universal to humanity, and his view was harshly criticized in his own time. The next is the Anthony Ashley Cooper, 3rd Earl of Shaftesbury. They criticized Locke by denying the possibility of any innate ideas, which Locke threw all order and virtue out of the world, leading to total moral relativism. Leda Cosmites John Tooby and William James, they argued by giving a comment, humans have more instincts than animals and get more freedom of action in the result of having more psychological instincts. The question of innate ideas or instinct was of importance in the discussion of free will in moral philosophy. Philosophers cast in terms of innate ideas in the 18th century by establishing the presence of universal virtue and prerequisites for objective morals. J. L. Mackie. The argument was inverted in 20th century as philosophers argued till now about the evolutionary of the origins of human behavioral traits, which force us to concede that there is no foundation for ethics, while others treat ethics as a field in complete isolation from evolutionary consideration. There was increase in the interest of environmental role since early 20th century due to a reaction of strong focus on pure heredity in the wake of the success of Darwin's theory of evolution. During the 20th century, the social science also developed the project by studying the influence of culture in clean isolation from questions to biology. Ashley Montagu was one of the most notable proponent of this purist form of behaviorism, which allowed no contribution from heredity whatsoever. Man is man because he has no instincts, because everything he is and has become, he has learned, acquired from his own culture, with the exception of the instinctoid reaction in infants to sudden withdrawals of support and to sudden loud noises. The human being is entirely instinctless. Calvin Hall, he studied the dichotomy opposing nature to nurture, ultimately fruitless. Robert Ardrey, he argued for innate attributes of human nature, especially concerning territoriality, in the widely read African Genesis and Territorial Imperative, which organized opposition to Montagu's kind of purist blank slatism, began to pick up in the 1970s, and notably led by E. O. Wilson. The twin studies established in many cases a significant heritable component. John B. Watson, he established the school of purist behaviorism, which will follow for a decades. Watson convinced the complete dominance of cultural influence over anything heritability contribution by claiming that give me a dozen healthy infants, well informed, and my own specified world to bring them up in, and I'll guarantee to take any one at random and train him to become any type of specialist I might select: doctor, lawyer, artist, merchant chief, beggarman, thief, penchants, tendencies, abilities, vocations, and race of his ancestors. Richard Lewontin, Stephen Rose, and Leon Kamin. They criticized the genetic determinism from a Marxist framework, arguing that science is the ultimate legitimator of bourgeois ideology. If biological determinism is a weapon in the struggle between classes, then the universities are weapon factories, and their teaching and research faculties are the engineers, designers, and production workers. Their debate shifted away from whether heritable traits exist to whether it was politically or ethically permissible to admit their existence. The authors deny by requesting that evolutionary inclinations could be discarded in ethical and political discussions, regardless of whether they exist or not. Watson or Montagu. Since 1990s, with the advances of genetics, they started studying heritability to perform easier and more numerous. By the late 1990s, an overwhelming amount of evidence had accumulated that amounts to a reputation of extreme forms of black slatism. Harris criticized the point parental upbringing, which seems to matter less than previously thought, to the implicate parents do not matter. Franz Boas established a program that would dominate American anthropology for the next 15 years in any of the given population: biology, language, material, and symbolic culture, which are autonomous. After World War I, tool of twin studies was developed, experimental setup intended to exclude all confounders based on inherited behavioral by traits. This study was designed to decompose the variability of a given trait in a given population into a genetic and an environmental component. Donald Brown contributed to the area of rectangle, its length or its width. In a comparable avenue of research, surveyed hundreds of anthropological studies from around the world and collected a set of cultural universals. Steven Pinker presented and summarized the blank slate in his book The Modern Denial of Human Nature, which was instrumental in bringing attention of a wider public, and it was a paradigm shift away from the behavioral purism of the 1940s to the 70s era that had taken place over the preceding decades. Pinker portrays dedication to pure blank slatism as an ideological dogma linked to two other dogmas found in the dominant view of human nature in the 20th century, which he termed as noble, savage, and ghost in the machine. Pinker argues all the three dogmas were held onto for an extended period even in the face of evidence because they were seen as desirable in the sense that if any human trait is purely conditioned by culture, any undesired trait may be engineered away by purely culture. Pinker focused on responsible for unduly repressing evidence to the contrary, notably the fear of political or ideological consequences. Now, let us quickly summarize what we have learned in this module. Genetics is the study of genes, that they are and how they work. Genes are units inside a cell that controls how living organisms inherit features from their ancestors. For example, children usually look like their parents because they have inherited their parents' genes. Genetics tries to identify which features are inherited and explain how these features pass from generation to generation. The allelic interaction known for a particular gene, the genotype, can be used to predict the phenotype. With one gene controlling a trait, we have three possible genotypes, and depending on the allelic interactions, we can have two or three phenotypes. Gene and environment interaction, they both interact in several ways. Epigenetics in human antenatal depression and anxiety, higher methylation, suicide victims, elevated methylation in hippocampus, more methyl groups in glucocorticoid receptor genes of abused, umbilical cord blood, higher methylation, and higher later cortisol increased susceptibility to stress. Greater discordance in gene expression in older twins associated with greater differences in methylation. Changes in the environment that impact survival of individuals and species. One of the longest and at times the most contentious debates in Western intellectual history concerns the relative influence of genetics and environment factors on human behavioral differences, the so-called nature-nurture debate. The cognitive abilities. It has been more extensively studied from a behavioral genetic perspective than any other psychological trait. Personality and interest. The most widely utilized scheme for characterizing personality trait is the Big Five: the extraversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness. The basic effects sources of personality development are heredity and environment. Heredity refers to the genetic inheritance received by every individual at the time of conception. The origin of every human life can be traced to a single cell called zygote. The environment, fields of the society, and even the whole world. The word environment is restricted to mean the environment within a mother's womb and just born, as well as the environment around the individual. The contrast in terms nurture and nature relate to the relative importance of an individual's innate qualities, nature in the sense of nativism or innativism, as compared to an individual's personal experiences in causing individual differences, especially in behavioral traits. Thank you.